Aaron's here.
Oh, nice. Which Aaron? Oh, all right. I thought it was gonna be like Aaron Schaefer from Aaron from Madness. Welcome, Aaron. You know, there are people that just are scouring the internet for live Zoom links. You never know if we're getting a wrestling fan, but jump on in. All right, Roy, why don't you go ahead and explain rumblers and tumblers to us while we're waiting.
All right, a rumbler is somebody who's moving up. So if this is someone who was an All-American candidate, now they're in the national championship conversation, or if they were like a fringe All-American, now they're in the All-American conversation. Or if it's a RAF person, someone who was not in the conversation for 2028, and now all of a sudden they are. Basically somebody who's moving up.
Yeah.
Tumbler is.
And it's related to our confidence, right? So
yeah, it's related to us.
Right, for sure.
We hold ourselves accountable to checking in. So it's also for us to these are the names we're going to follow and see how they do.
All right, awesome.
Tumbler is the opposite. So someone who is moving down on, if they were in the national championship conversation, maybe they aren't as much anymore, or if they were a returning All-American, maybe they won't AA this year, something like that.
All right, awesome. We good there, Aaron? Hop in anytime. All right.
Go see.
For sure. Okay, so accountability check-in. I'll do the rumblers. So Braxton Amos continues to have himself a good season. Took out number 10. Zuba from ASU. So, he continues to look the part. And it's a pretty deep heavyweight weight class this year. I feel like it's a deep weight class. Not with elite, but with a lot of guys who are in that mix for All-American. So it should be a awesome tournament. Posada ran into a bit of a buzzsaw.
He did.
He lost by technical foul to Josh Barr, who looks like he's like that. Looks like they've been not feeding him, It's like they had him locked in a cage and they wouldn't feed him, and then they just let him loose, and he was ready to go for sure. And then Stanford, both the rumblers and tumblers from Stanford, Valencia, and some of them, they all fell. Okay, and then go ahead and do the tumblers for us, Roy.
All right. Well, Zane Fugit fell to Geronimo from Utah State or Utah Valley State. In any event, an unranked person. So continuing to tumble. Swiderski gave a very interesting interview.
Yeah,
that was discussed. But he did get a win versus Lamer.
Yeah,
who's number 10. So good for him. Barr is back, which means Cole Mirasola. I think Cole is the smaller one, right?
No, Connor.
Connor's the smaller one? Okay, so Connor Mirasola, who was on our Tumbler list, may not be starting the rest of the year.
Right. Well, they haven't had the wrestle off yet, but
yeah.
I'm not sure Connor wants any of that noise, man. He looked good. All right. Awesome.
He looked great.
Roy, who's your rumbler?
All right, Ben Davino. He's looked great this year. I was holding back a little bit because there is a returning national champ, and there are so many good people at 133.
Yep.
That I was like, I don't know if this guy's in the top 3, but after his continued consistency, in my view, he's definitely a rumbler. He's in the national champion conversation. Hopefully he gets a chance to wrestle Bird before the Big Ten Conference tournament. Not sure if that'll happen, but hopefully it does. And so I'm all in. I think Ben Davino's the real deal.
Yeah.
For national championship.
What a great weight. I mean,
yeah.
Blaze, took care of business with Knox and Bird. I mean, it's just a phenomenal weight in the Big Ten. So looking forward to how that all shakes out for sure. All right. Well, my rumblers were Cowboy RTC. I'm going to pretend the Zahid match didn't happen. I truly don't know what went on there. That was pretty wild. But Wyatt and DJ came ready, I mean, that's, I mean, you get a variance with RAF, and where these guys are in their training cycle and things like that. And but they both look super sharp. And so good on them bringing home 2 belts back to Stillwater. So that was fun and exciting. Another rumbler. And again, rumblers, 2 guys that were hurt because until you see people who are not hurt or maybe not wrestling, right? And until you see somebody wrestle, you don't know if you can really put them on a list of I'm going to pencil them in for All-American. So Irish Pyro got a tough 2-1 victory over a super talented Webster from Illinois. So both those guys are probably going to be, both those guys would be picks for All-American for me right now. So that's a kind of a tough tough match to come back to. And yeah, I really didn't see the matches with Josh Barr. I just caught a few highlights, but they weren't very long anyway.
Yeah. Well, I can say that Posada got in on a good shot in the beginning, and almost finished it. And I was like, what is happening? But then he didn't finish it, and then it was downhill from there.
Yeah. So he definitely, well, I mean, I feel like Rocky Elam saves that weight class.
Yeah.
Because like without him out there, it's kind of like a next topic thing if Josh can stay healthy. But it is tricky, you know, once you get hurt, you know, seems like.
Yeah, I want to hear your take on one thing about Zahid. I saw somebody post online that he had some 20-something freestyle match win streak and that it was broken. But I was like, RAF rules are not exactly international freestyle rules. Do you consider his streak broken, or is this like an exhibition?
That is a good question. What about the audience? I would not. I would say that he should have to clarify it's a UWW win streak.
Okay.
So
I'm with you. I was like, when I read that, it didn't feel right. I was like, he didn't have his win streak broken, even though he totally lost.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not arguing he should have won or anything.
Definitely got worked. So, but yeah, I don't consider that. Well, I think his UWW international quote unquote win streak is intact, but it certainly gave every foreigner from online like a chance to say, "Don't tell me he's the greatest."
Right.
So, I mean, that is one thing with RAF. You know, like you get paid, but you know you're putting. I mean, I thought that. Man, it was such a good setup, right? I mean, like, Zahid wins that match. You know, you roll out Yoel versus Bo. Whoever wins that, then you roll out Zahid. And then Zahid's going to, like, get all this earned media because he's, like, the world champion and going for the Olympics. And, like, it was just, I mean, that's the thing about sport, though, you know? It's just unpredictable. So things will happen. All right. You know, it's Christmas, so I didn't want to like make a big Tumbler list, you know. It's the holiday season, but I guess I put Connor Mirasol on list tonight just because I don't think he's going to win the wrestle off with Josh Barr and like so that's fair. This isn't necessarily related to his performance as much as related to his ability to All-American at this point, because I don't think that he's going to get a chance to compete in the tournament. So, but he got some time, you know, did okay, lost a match, but that's my Tumbler. What about you, Roy? Who's your Tumbler?
I got Nico Provo from Stanford. He lost to Luke Lildahl. He also lost to North Dakota State, which was surprising. He just took third, I think, at CKLV. Like, looked good. But, I don't know, off weekend. It was nice to see that the Stanford team was, like, pretty much all there. Hunter Garvin wasn't there, but I believe that he was hurt. But we saw Lorenzo Norman for the first time. Haven't seen him wrestle all year.
Yeah, he wrestled twice. So
he wrestled twice. He got a pin against North Dakota State, and then he lost to who did he lose to?
Levi Haynes. Levi Haynes. Yeah.
Yeah, who's pretty good.
But he took him down. He did get a takedown.
Yeah, it wasn't a match where I was like, oh, he's never gonna beat him. He's not like there yet. I'm not predicting he will beat him, but it wasn't like this is a different league kind of thing. So it's nice to see the lineup there minus Hunter Garvin. But after the third at CKLV, I was pretty like high on Provo AA. I'm gonna follow him. Yeah. But after losing these matches and kind of the way he lost to, a little less confident.
So I did think that kid from North Dakota State was tough. I mean, I think he took Lillidahl down. I mean, he lost like by 2 or something to Lillidahl. It was not I mean, he was wrestling well. I mean, I get it, you know, like supposed to win matches. but I mean, I did think that North Dakota State kid was scrapping hard. And but yeah, no, I'm with you there.
I guess I didn't put him on the list, but I think Pat Downey is kind of a tumbler at this point. I'm not sure where they go with him. He doesn't seem to be able to beat wrestlers.
Yeah. Well, could go the Nolf route and give him his, his buddy who looks like he's tough.
Right. Yeah. Just be the gatekeeper, because I think he's great for RAF. I love his promos. I like his story.
Right.
But
maybe
getting teched.
Yeah. And it wasn't that close.
Right. After the Varner match, I was like, okay, I wouldn't have been surprised if Yoel beat him like 4-2 or something, but Yoel just threw him around.
Yeah.
Although even the announcers were a little like, Yoel doesn't look like he made weight. He looks like he's about 250.
Yeah, I heard that. But so to be honest, he's much more experienced with the 24-hour weight cut than a wrestler would be.
Right.
You know, I mean, because he's been doing like 36-hour weight cuts in UFC for over a decade.
Yeah.
Freaking guy like took silver in the Olympics in 2020.
Yeah.
I looked him up, like I was like, when 2020. So 25 years ago, he was like competing in the Olympics. So, but he's an animal. I mean, he certainly was, strong.
Yeah.
He's still got his strength. He's still got some explosiveness. And
well, he didn't fade either. I was expecting him to fade a little bit just because, he hasn't wrestled in a long time. But he didn't look like he was fading to me.
No, he did not look like Jake Paul.
Right.
I'm just going to run. Oh, man, this is making me tired. For sure. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I agree with you. I don't know what they do with Downey. I'm trying to think about, they're giving, David Carr, Bilal. I mean, that was kind of interesting, because of the UFC talent there. That was really cool for my kid, because he knows the UFC fighters. So Liam knows the UFC fighters way more than he knows the wrestlers, and so that was pretty fun. But you could keep giving him UFC guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. You feed him. Got to feed him Bo at some point in time. So if Yoel beats Bo, I mean they turn around quick. So Romero and Bo are wrestling on January 10th. All right. Well, I think that's it.